Ooh, 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like two. I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got them excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Broncos and the Bears, next on Madden Football.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a man who nearly broke the single-season rushing record for quarterbacks last season. A true dual threat out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass. To improve. We might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Fields now to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. You look at this Bears defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And this is dropped. Oh boy, a chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now Jackson. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Now Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
This defense for the Broncos, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
Back to throw, Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. This to the 17, well shy of what he needed. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
The Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
From the left hash, this from 34. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. And I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Big Andrew Billings there on the stop. The Broncos hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they've got to be pleased with the start of this season, obviously.
Yeah, and you're talking about 3 good quality wins. It's got people in the locker room excited, not overly so, but that quiet confidence is starting to build. They're starting to believe that this could be their year if they stay on track.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A carry here for Hunt, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Credit the stop there to Leo Chanel getting into the backfield and stopping him in his tracks.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Now here's Trenton Gill now. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be 1st and 10, Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
They go play action with Jackson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40.
To throw is Fields.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to pull them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
On first down, Fields.
Flush to his right. Oh, able to avoid him. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the tuck and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's Fields. Locates Mooney on the out route.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Now it's Fields.
Buying time to his left. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Hunt will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Play action. It's Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. It seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Now Jackson, off play action. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before the break. Fields eluding the pressure right. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Throwing is Jackson.
That is caught. He's across midfield. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
A huge play there for Denver. 44 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A well-executed 22-yard gain. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Barkley will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. Taken from just outside the 30. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Shreds the tackle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 61 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Broncos have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
Lots of look to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
On 2nd down, here's the option.
A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Tackled back at the 35-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Powering forward. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, Some fortitude and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
That's into the hands of Chosen.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And he is in. Touchdown.
Justin Fields
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. We get a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
74 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
That pass complete to Moore.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10.
Play action. Now Jackson.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Go ahead.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Work to do here with a crowd at fever pitch. 3rd and 9. Throwing. Jackson. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest.
Jackson.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Jackson to throw.
Sliding out of the pocket. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now Jackson.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
The kick by Lutz is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. So now Fields and the Bears
down 20-17, a little over a minute to go. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. He's got Mooney.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play.
And one last throw here for Fields.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think hope was wearing one jersey and worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So for the Broncos, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile,